बनते हैं नए डकटेल्स। वू खेले खतरों से हर पल ये है डकटेल्स। वू Hey folks, a.k.a. Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very interesting lecture about why I started investing in gold. Well, believe it or not, when I was in 11th standard, that was the first time that I invested my money in gold. At that time, gold was at almost 8,000 rupees per 10 grams. And no need for me to tell you that today it has even crossed 48,000 rupees, giving me almost a 6x plus return. Today, I keep on wondering as to why my mom might have given me a suggestion to invest in gold. Let me remind you all one more time that all these creative people are spammers. That's how my account looks like. Also remember, I never give my mobile number in any chat. I neither have an advisory nor do I give any stock tips. Why only my mom? I'm sure even your mom, your grandmom, great grandmom, everyone might be like, invest in gold. Okay, it has been a very interesting journey. That transition from how gold has been perceived from ages is really interesting. In ancient days, gold used to be referred as God's money. Gold at that time was mainly a representation of power and status. Just try and recollect how the old kings and queens used to look like. Their kings as well as queens used to be studded with gold, and that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you as gold being used as a symbol of power and status. Well, then years passed by and it started getting used as money in exchange of goods and services. And today it is perceived more as a store of value. That might be the reason why people see gold as a way to pass on and preserve their wealth from one generation to the next. What a journey gold has seen. From being perceived as a symbol of power and status to being used as money and now a store of value. I keep on wondering what makes gold so special. Maybe it is because of the fact that this asset class was there even before we were born, is present as we live, and will also stay forever. Then we have to understand what makes it stay forever category asset class. Number one, it is widely acceptable. So its acceptability is a very good characteristic. You ask for something in exchange in India against gold, possible. Outside India, possible. Okay, so the acceptability is absolutely worldwide. Second one, liquidity. Very easy to transfer. You can easily encash gold whenever you want to do it. Next one is a very strong shelf life. So it will not decay, right? So go back to the barter days where assume that I in my previous janam, used to exchange a hen for something. Now the hen doesn't have a shelf life, right? But gold will have a strong shelf life. And the last one is scarcity. Because it's scarce, because it has a limited supply, the generations will keep it as a store of value and will prefer to pass it on to the next generations. Now let's see whether any other asset class meets the stays forever criteria. You can see that for gold, all the four columns or the four criteria have been ticked off. Let's go for another asset, say stocks. Let's see whether stocks meet all these four criteria or not. The very first one is strong shelf life. Do stocks have a strong shelf life? Answer is obviously yes. Second one is about liquidity. Is it easy to transfer? Anytime, whenever you want to sell, do you find a buyer? Answer is maybe. So if I'm talking about a stock like HDFC Bank, Infosys, Reliance, you'll easily find a buyer. But if I'm talking about stocks like, I don't want to disclose any name, that stock, you might not have any buyer, right? So liquidity depends on the stock, right? Third one is acceptability. As I mentioned, I can use my gold anywhere in the world. Can I use my polycap shares in Europe and encash it? No, right? So if I'm talking about acceptability, that can be a question mark. Even within India, it's not like everyone believes in stocks, right? So acceptability is again a little bit of question mark. And last one is scarcity. No, stocks are not scarce. So just as an example, if company wants to raise more and more money, they can actually print more shares, issue them and raise money. Can I print more gold and raise money? I wish, but it's not possible. Okay, so I hope you have understood that all these four criterias are something which are there for gold but not for stocks. I want you all to tell me in the comment section whether you feel that any specific stock meets all these four criterias and you would want to flaunt it as a status, as a symbol of status power, and you would want to pass it on to your next generations. Now, instead of comparing a specific stock with gold, let's try and compare the overall performance, which can be easily portrayed by Nifty 50 index. We'll now compare Nifty 50 versus gold. Have a look at this chart. This is not a short term, like this is not a 1 year chart, it's a long term chart. If you look at both these charts carefully, you'll understand that both these asset classes have performed well. They have been in an uptrend in the longer term. But again, visually, you can easily see that Nifty has clearly outperformed gold. But in spite of this, why do you think that majority of the people have gold in their portfolio? What is the importance of gold in your portfolio? That's what we are going to talk about in the next section of the video. Now let's try and analyze what is the importance of having gold in one's portfolio. Okay, the very first reason is diversity in your portfolio. Now if you check in the shorter runs, gold and Nifty are negatively correlated. Just have a look at this chart. Now this is a 1 year chart. Okay, you can see that gold is in a slightly sideways to negative trend, but Nifty is in an upward trend. Now, same thing will happen vice versa. So, for example, if Nifty is going down, in that case, gold will ideally give a positive return. Are there any data points to support this? Answer is yes. You can see that in calendar year 2001, domestic equity, that is a Nifty basically, corrected by 18%. And in the same year, gold gave a positive return of 6%. One more example, during the 2008 financial crisis, Nifty fell by almost 52%, but gold was up by 26%. I hope now we have understood that why we can treat gold as a safe haven, why we can treat gold as a good tool to diversify your portfolio and act as a hedge against your equity investments, right? That is point number one. Second one is the store of value. Why you need to have gold in your portfolio? Store of value point, the faith, emotion, and everything. We have already talked about that in the previous sections of the video. So with that, let's go on to the third point as to why you should have gold in your portfolio. Important one, it will act as a hedge against inflation. Means what? Ideally, gold will give a positive return or a positive real return over inflation. So if I were to give you a data point on that, over the last decade, on an average, CPI is the inflation index. Actually, it has compounded at 6.3%. In layman's terms, on an average per year, inflation went up by 6%. But same if I compare that with gold, gold has given more than 10% returns over a period of that more than 1 decade. So again, simple math, if inflation, to round off, if it was 6% and if gold return is more than 10%, say 10%, you got a real return of 4%. Okay. If you have a look at this chart as well, you will understand that maybe in the shorter run, gold can give a positive return over inflation, or in some specific years you can see that gold has also given negative returns as compared to inflation. But this is over a shorter term. Over a longer term, it has given positive returns. Now let's try and understand whether there is any alternative to gold. Okay, through which aspects? Through three aspects that we talked about. Number one, whether it is able to beat inflation. Number two, can that act as a diversification in my portfolio? And number three, store of value. Okay, so let's go one by one. Very first one was what? Is it able to beat inflation? Is there a good hedge against inflation? Now, I did discuss that inflation grew at almost 6.3% over the last decade. Now, this asset class that I'm talking about, this has gone up by more than gold. You remember gold went up by more than 10%, right? That is why it was an hedge against inflation. This asset class that I'm talking about has gone up by only 8.3 billion percent since it was first priced in dollars. Okay, the price of this asset was dollars 0.000766392 on 5th of October 2009, and on 10th of November, as I shoot the video, 2021, the price of this asset is 66,616.30. I wish I had invested in 2009. Okay, anyways, so keep on guessing which asset I'm talking about. Okay, second point is it will act as a nice diversification in your portfolio. So I can surely say that this asset class has either a negative or a weak correlation with Nifty. Okay, have a look at this chart now. If you see that in the initial few years, this asset class was giving as good as very poor returns, almost no returns. But then 2018 it started to kick up, and 2020 onwards the run has been like a dream run, and it is still on. But if you see in Nifty, if I'm talking about, compare this. So for example, in 2020 there was a big dip in Nifty. Of course, everyone knows Corona, but the same level of dip was not seen in this asset class, right? So I hope you have understood that the diversification point also very much is ticked off with this asset class. But the last one, store of value, being passed on from generation to generation, why is this not happening with this specific asset class? Reason is very simple. As I mentioned, this asset class came into existence only in 2009. I hope you have guessed the asset till now. It is nothing but Bitcoin. Let's move ahead with Bitcoin, aka digital gold. But why am I calling it digital gold and not gold? Because I can't touch it. Had I been able to touch it, I would have compared it with physical gold now, but I can't physically touch it. That's why I'm calling it as an e-gold. And it's also based on a blockchain technology. Well, just in case if you don't know what is blockchain technology, you can check out this video later. First, focus on additional important points about Bitcoin. Number one, if you remember, we have already talked about diversification in portfolio. We have talked about hedge against inflation. We have also talked about store of value. What additional points? Very important points. Bitcoin is also scarce. Like there is not an unlimited supply of gold, Bitcoin also has a limited supply. How much? Maximum 21 million Bitcoins can be mined in a lifetime. Okay, so it is said that by the year 2140 all the bitcoins would have been mined. Okay, so is there a limited supply for bitcoin, same like gold? Answer is absolutely yes, and that's why I'm saying there is good scarcity of bitcoin as well. Next one, liquidity. Like you can quickly convert gold into cash. Same thing for bitcoin. Does bitcoin have a very liquid market? Absolutely yes, you can sell bitcoins and you can get that money converted very easily. But then what are the differences between Bitcoin and gold? One major difference which I would surely love to highlight is that volatility. I'm sure those who have been investing in crypto markets, they know that this entire crypto space itself is volatile. So be sure about this fact that whenever you plan to invest, you're aware about the fact that investing in Bitcoin, investing in any other crypto asset can have a big volatility factor involved in it. Okay, and one last point, that the God's money, that faith, that emotion which was there in gold is still missing in Bitcoin. Maybe the reason is that gold has been passing on from generation to generation. Bitcoin, we are the first generation people. Okay, so like my mom convinced me that how gold is good for me, now I think it's time to repay, and it's my turn to convince her as to how this new age digital gold is good for her. So I'm going to open her account and I'll show you how I did my first transaction through her account by also teaching her simultaneously how to invest in Bitcoin. So, yesterday I thought about it that should I open the account for her or should I ask my mom to open her account by herself? So I said, let me ask my mom to come here, and I think she'll be able to do it because opening an account with WazirX is very easy, right? Mom, are you ready to do your first ever crypto investment?
Yes.
Amazing. She watches my channel very closely. That's why she is also like, yes, right. So on the WazirX platform, how much amount do you want to invest in crypto?
Let's say my party fund,
Party fund. And how much would that be?
around 1,000.
All right. So with that, let's get started. We have just clicked on the link in the YouTube description. Okay, Chashma lagena.
Yes.
So just enter your email ID, enter your password, reconfirm the password, and now just click on I agree and then hit sign up. Okay, so now she'll have to go to her Gmail ID, verify the link, and then proceed. Well, now we have signed into your Gmail account. Click.
Yes.
Please verify your email address. Verify email. Amazing. Successful. Continue. Okay. Okay, now
Complete
we have to do your KYC, right? So email is done, security check is done. Now we are on your KYC. So enter your details. All right, so now that we have filled in our basic details, now you need to enter your PAN card. Do you have it right now?
No.
Okay, no worries. So I'll tell you what is to be done. Okay, so just fill the PAN card. Okay,
Okay.
your number, then re-enter it.
Sure.
Upload a photograph of your PAN card. Okay,
Yes.
then your Aadhaar number. Again, re-enter the Aadhaar number. Then you'll have to capture your Aadhaar card front, back, both,
Sure.
and then you will have to take a selfie.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
You're good at that, right? Okay.
Hmm.
And then after that, you just have to click on submit for verification.
Yes.
Verification doesn't take a lot of time. You'll also get a verification in your email once this is done. Now to set up your bank account, you'll just have to click on the profile icon, go to account settings, then click on payment options and then add your payment. Now enter your bank name, your account number, IFSC code, just click submit, enter the OTP, and that's done. It should take around 4 hours maximum to get your account verified. Now the next step would be to pay in funds, right? So just first click on funds, then click on deposit, then enter the amount that you have to deposit. Now you'll be redirected to your bank's website. Then you'll have to verify that using an OTP. And once you do verify it with an OTP, ta-da, success. Well, now that the paying is complete, I just wanted to add up one more thing. You can also pay in using the P2P thing. If you don't know what is P2P, I've already covered that in one of my previous videos. It's peer-to-peer, okay? But we have done a normal pay-in transaction. You can also use UPI to pay in funds to your WazirX account, right? Now I click on exchange. Here you can see that you can buy any crypto token using currencies like INR, or you can use USDT, or you can use WRX or BTC. Now means what? So for example, if I were to buy ETH, so I would just type ETH and here you will see ETH to INR price. Now can I buy ETH using USDT? Yes, here you can see ETH to USDT. Can you buy ETH using WRX, which is the WazirX token? Yes, you can see ETH to WRX, and same is for ETH to BTC. I hope you have understood this basic point about various currency pairs. Okay, in fact on the WazirX platform you'll see so many tokens which are in the WRX as well as on the INR currency pair. Okay, now moving on, what else can I see on this specific screen? Here you can see a very nice chart which is available for the BTC INR. By the way, this chart is exactly same of TradingView. Here you can see the icon of TradingView also. Charts are by TradingView. So assume that I want to check out the 1 day chart for BTC, right? And now if here you can see I've drawn a support line. Okay, by the way, if you want to know how did I draw that support line, I'm just deleting this. You can just click on this and all these icons, the left panel of TradingView appears. I'm just going to click this on this trend line and I can draw this trend line. Okay, so basically I feel that this is the point where I can see a nice support 2 3 4 5 6 number of times. It has tested this level but has not gone below this. Which is this level? This is 46 lakhs 42,183 rupees for 1 Bitcoin. 46 lakhs plus for 1 Bitcoin. Okay, so I think this can be a good support in the short term at least. If this is broken, then it can fall down further. Okay, so as usual, thumb rule, am I going to buy all at once? No, small little bit, that too only party fund amount. All right, what else can I see here? If I just click, if I just go below, I can also see order book, market depth, order volume, trade history, so many points I can see. So it's all about how much more you can explore on this website. There are many other things that you can also check out on the website. Well, now that we have understood so many basic points, now let's try and understand how to place a buy order. By the way, you can also use a quick buy facility on the mobile app as well. I've already covered that in my previous video. So I'm going to now show you using a normal order buy book. How do you do that, right? So you just have to click on buy. Of course, I've chosen BTC INR. Now, there are multiple prices at which sellers are ready to sell. So here you can see there are some sellers who are ready to sell at 48 lakh 12,000 and 48 lakh 14,000, whatever. Okay, but what I'm interested to buy at the lowest price. So I just click on lowest price. I say that whatever amount I've paid in, I want to invest only 25% out of that. Okay, I click on 25% and I'll say buy BTC. Okay, Once I do that, it shows that yes, order has been placed successfully. I'll have to scroll up and I'll have to check whether my order was completed or not. So if I go in completed orders, here you can see that, tada, yes, it has been completed. Okay, but now wait, how much have I invested? I've invested only 25% of whatever amount I had. Now I want that, okay, I had also drawn that support line for BTC, right? What was the price? That was 46 lakh 26,000 short term support level. So for that, now what I can see, chalo, I'll say a round of 46 lakhs is the amount that I would want to invest. Now balance 50%. So here is the amount that is remaining, uska 50% I would want to invest in BTC. At which level? At 46 lakhs. Now I click on buy BTC. Again, order placed successfully, but wait, will this order reflect in completed orders? No, because right now it is at 47 lakh 91,000. I've placed at 46 lakh. So it will be there in the open order, right? I hope you have understood this. Question: if this price doesn't get hit today, then what? This is a GTC type of order. Good till cancelled. If this price comes after 1 month, still it will get executed. Simple. One last point now, chalo. So I say why 46 lakh? So any amount you can put. So whatever balance amount, assume I last one is 40 lakhs. In simple words, I'm trying to average out the buying of Bitcoin. Okay. So now whatever balance is remaining, 100%, and I'll say buy BTC. So whenever BTC sees this price, my order will be executed. Like I bought BTC, can I sell it also? Yes, I just click on the sell tab. But here what do you have? Lowest price? Nah, you'd be interested to sell at the highest price, right? So click sell highest price. I don't want to sell it right now, right away. Okay, so just enter the details, how much you want to sell. Same thing, do you want to sell 100% of whatever you have, or only 50% of whatever you have, or 25? Same. And then you will just have to click sell BTC. That's how you will complete your buy and sell orders on this platform. Let's move on to our final discussion now. I'm just clicking on this profile and then account settings. Now what can you see? Profile, that's my profile, which you will not be able to see because the screen is blurred. Okay. Then you can choose your currency preference. My currency preference is obviously INR. Then it's about your referral, KYC, payment option. But what is the most important point in this one? I feel the most important is downloading your trading report. Okay. So what you have to do is click on this. This will give you all the details of whatever trades you have taken till date, because you will need to give this to your CA maybe, right? So what you can do, you can click your you can get it for what, maybe for current month, last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you can custom it. Okay, so assume for last 30 days, and I just say request trading report, and it says we are preparing and sending it shortly. Then you can just check your email, and on the email you will receive this. Just you will have to click download. It gets downloaded in the Excel format, so it's very easy, right? By the way, majority of whatever features that we discussed right now are also available on the WazirX mobile app. So if you want, you can surely check out the link in the description box. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. You have also understood why I said that gold and BTC can be somewhere compared to each other. Number two, I hope you have understood a nice walkthrough of the entire process, right from account opening to placing your order to downloading the reports of your trading, right? Number three, the final conclusion is that this asset class is surely an exciting one, can generate good returns, but at the same time, it is very volatile. So invest only and only if you understand that this is very volatile. Number one, only when you have good amount of knowledge about this asset class. If you don't know a lot about this space, I have made a separate playlist on my channel, so you can go through all the videos that I've done for this crypto space. And number three, don't invest a huge sum in this asset class. Invest only a party fund amount. That's an amount wherein you are ready to risk out that amount. रात की नींद नहीं उड़नी चाहिए if there is a market crash. Okay, so be sure about these things, so then you will enjoy this journey of your crypto investment. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.